Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Leap Tribe, and we are here with our unexpected guest, a large predator perched between a couple of our prime berry patches, waiting to attack and possibly eat some of our precious Leap Tribe members. Thankfully, we are working on gathering up enough of our strength that we can dive in and we can start attacking him any second now, especially with Anais, who is Anais, who is a new addition to the tribe. So Anais managed to sneak in. She popped in from the beaches, bumped into Ruta, fell totally in love with him, became pregnant with his child, and zipped up to this nest in order to have a little Ducro. So we do have an adorable little one down here. He actually has the brand new fishing tail trait added into the family. So we did have two babies born last time who were lucky enough to have the fishing tail wherever it has gone. There we go. So they have the fishing tail to improve their fishing ability, and now they should be able to go down into the water and do a bit of fishing. I'm not sure if they'll be able to be very effective fishers if they do not have the aquatic body trait. The aquatic body trait does end up assigning your creature, if I can find it, there we go, does give them the ability to swim and breathe underwater. We've never tried using it yet, so I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it sounds very, very, very interesting, and I would love to see it in action. So let's see where we're going to begin today. Sorting through the new babies is definitely something we need to do. We have little Quace, and Quace was one of our early edition rogues, a very young rogue who popped into the tribe as a juvenile. We didn't think we were going to breed her, but in the end we have let her have a couple children, and both of them have been very interesting babies indeed. We ended up with Kona, her newest born, who happens to have green eyes, spit snout, one eye is short-sighted, or she has the short-sighted eyes as her dominant trait, and she also has spiky body. So both of Quace's children have spikes on their back, so they are our prickly little porcupines born in the nest. So I suppose that does mean that Mimiko and Kona here will have some protection from predators such as these. If they try to attack our little creatures, then hopefully the predators will actually take damage. So that is pretty interesting, especially because little Kona has the hemophilia genetic, so she is going to bleed very abundantly if she gets hurt by anything. So she needs all the protection she can get. But man, is this ever a genetic mess? I'm really feeling with our Leap tribe that we have kind of just made a gigantic grab bag of genes, and we'll just have to spend the next few generations sorting it out. But I have to admit, it is quite the adventure and a lot of fun. Oh, and then just before I forget to tell you guys, I am actually on vacation again. I am gone for the Christmas break with my beloved Chips, and we are off to visit his family in North Carolina once more. Yes, I know I did just leave on a trip. Trust me, I'm not used to traveling this much. It's very awkward. But I have pre-recorded this as a result, so please, please, please don't rage too hard in comments because I won't be able to follow your advice for the next week. But when I come back after a week and we resume our niche episodes, I will be able to start integrating more of your names and more of your fantastic ideas. But until then, just sit back and enjoy the journey. So let's go ahead and get started. I do want to start attacking this guy pretty severely. So let me see. I have 2 attack on this one, 2 attack on this one, 2 attack on this guy. Does anybody have any stronger attack? It looks like 2 is the average attack strength most of my creatures have, except for Anais here. And the problem is it would take her 2 moves just to get towards the creature. So let's go ahead and give this predator kind of a, we'll kind of keep away from him just for now, and we'll see if that's going to work in our favor. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest up a couple spots, and then we'll save some of our strength. So we'll just do 2, we'll be at half strength. We'll use up 2 of his 4 moves so that hopefully Dedede will help jump in and attack the predator pretty soon. Meanwhile, Mimiri, she does have the ability to attack him at 2 strength just like the others, so we may wait and let her save up her moves as well. But little Mimiko probably doesn't need to do any fancy attacking, so I'm going to actually have her move, and I don't think she can really do anything other than collect berries and dig for us. So actually, I guess I might as well keep her right here, and she can help collect up some berries. And then Luta, I was actually bringing Luta up so that he could come and possibly mate. In fact, he did mate with Kois. That's right. So this this one, Kona, I think is actually Luta and Quace's child. Whoops. Let me go ahead and open the family tree to see. And where did little Kona go? Kona. Wait, do you not have your new name yet? Kona, you have a new name. You're not Anise anymore. You're Kona. Let's see. All right, we'll have to fix that. So her name's stuck on Anise, or Anais, excuse me, possibly because we already have an Anais in. So we'll have to see. That may be a bug we'll report. No worries. That's what the experimental tribes are for. Look at her, though, you guys. She has a glorious hot mess. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's almost beautiful in what we have created here. Beautiful in a Frankenstein way. What have I done? Oh, tears in my eyes. All right. We'll try to take care of that little one at some point. Quace can go ahead and gather up these berries. Rossi, she technically could join in on the attack, but I don't really want her to. Rossi has a Violet Ice secondary. And she was coming to get ready to mate. Was it with Nununu? Yes, Rossi was going to have a child with Nununu. I think Rossi has already had one child. Ori, her daughter. And Ori, what are her special abilities again? Ori, we need to get you ready. Oh, she has a lot of cracking, that's right. So I think we may actually send her over here and we'll have her walk along the beaches looking for different clamshells to break open and maybe finding some new things for us. I have to admit, little Ori, even though she is very young, and she has those amazing orange eyes. I remember that now. Even though she is very young, she already seems like she can take on the world. And I think that's just because that cracker jaw, oh, it just gives you such a strong ability, like such a strong look. It's so fascinating. We have half of our tribe cracker jaw and diggers, and the other half of them are turning into porcupines. And that's not what I thought would happen, but we'll go with it. We'll see what happens. And let's have Luta focus. I guess he can do a couple digs. We really do need to get more food. And then I'll move him a little closer so we can start kind of surrounding that predator to some extent. We need to keep Anise's moves. I guess I could move her one over here. And then we'll let her kind of save her moves. Did a bunny just run away? And we'll let her save her energy so she'll have 2 moves to come over and attack. Anise is amazing. Anais, is amazing because she has 2 fishing from both her claws. Having claw gives you fishing ability, so that's definitely something we'll look into. And she has strength and a little bit of swimming, so she's quite interesting. She also has green eye recessive and the H and C immunity genes. Did she pass on that C? Darn, she hasn't passed on the C yet. Please don't die. I really want that C immunity gene. And we're going to have Lily go ahead and start clearing away some of these grasses. So at the very least, our diggers will be able to gather up some roots from over there. That's a bunny. I'm pretty sure that's a bunny because we saw it dash away. All right, so anything else I can do with this group yet? I can go ahead and move Nunu a little closer. And then I think I'll let him go ahead and dig, but otherwise we're going to wait. And let's take out this predator and see if we can have some more happy, healthy, beautiful babies. We'll see if we can have more of them. And we're gonna miss a little Quace, so this is her last moment. We'll let her bask with her baby. Oh gosh, that's making me sad. And then let's go ahead and move on. Goodbye, Quace. No! Oh, came right for Luta. All right, so let's do this. All right, you know how to do this in this. She's gonna come in, 2 swipes, and it's gone. Just like that, you guys. That was beautiful. We're gonna gather up some of the bunny meat over here. We'll gather up this bunny. Oh, fantastic. And we can have little Kona. Little Kona can come and be watched over by Rice. Oh my gosh, or Rossi, excuse me. Oh, that's so sad. Her mom has passed away. Oh, and we're ending up with so many females again, so we're gonna have to be careful. And Anise, is there some way I can get you pregnant? Really, even, why not? Why not with Luta's child? This rate, it really doesn't matter who she breeds with. But if she can just survive long enough to have one more baby, that would be wonderful. So why not just mix up the genetics, a gigantic genetic grab bag. We'll sort it out shortly. Right now it's getting a little chaotic, if you ask me. And I think that Ruta, is there anybody, Ruta, that you could breed with among the females other than Anise? Mimiko, he could breed with Mimiko. And any of the other females? Let's see. Kona, no. Ori, not really. So Ruta, I'm gonna have Ruta continue to just move along. There we go. he can continue to move along and just be a good digger. Aha, and we found another clam that we can send one of our strong-jawed creatures down to. All right, so speaking of exploring though, let's go ahead. Oh, there's a little bunny. There we go. Collect up some of the bunny meat. Lily is about to pass away of old age too, so we may have to start getting pretty serious when it comes to moving around. Let's come over here then. When it comes to moving around, clearing out some of our territory, and actually getting berry paw, I think we may need to stop for a moment on all of the fancy mutations. Yeah, see, I've already brought in nimble fingers, excuse me. It has a new name. It is no longer called berry paw. And we're going to try to get that in on some of our creatures and clear up the normal eyes. So yes, wonderful. I do remember now that I have decided to start cleaning up our genetics. So don't worry, you guys. I know it's a gigantic mess right now, but we do have some nimble finger, normal eye genetics in to start cleaning up some of the mess. I actually think claw may be kind of a good thing for us to have. So I'm going to put that in because you can fish with claw. Maybe I should wait. We should probably wait till we have aquatic body, water body in. And I'll put water body in just as a 10% chance, just so we can see what that looks like. I have to admit, I'm very curious. All right, so I possibly could have, let's move little Ducro over. I guess it wouldn't hurt if he could, he doesn't really need to be watched because, okay, I'll just scooch him this way because we don't have any of the big birds on the easy island, but still. All right, and Rossi, I need to get you pregnant with, I think, Nunu. Yeah, would be the best for you. And then I'll just go ahead and have her jump straight into the nest so that we can start replenishing our tribe. And then Mamiri, is there a good mate for you, Mamiri? She's kind of too closely related to the majority of the family, so I don't really think there's a good mate for her, except Ducro. So little Ducro would actually be a good mate for her. So I'll remember that. Ducro, we'll have Mamiri keep an eye on you. And then what is her collecting? Her collecting is only 1. And her digging is only 1. But I guess it's better to collect up these berries than have nothing. We really do need to get some creatures with nimble fingers. I keep wanting to call it berry paw, with nimble fingers in the family. All right, and little Ori, I think she's just going to go ahead and start jumping right in, being an explorer up along the beach. You can see where we have absolutely torn the ground apart searching for food. All right, so let's go ahead and see what our newest baby is going to look like with little Rossi's child. Oh my gosh, look at this family. What has it become? Oh, goodbye. Oh my gosh, red horns. See, Lara, interesting. So what are her genetics? She has recessive violet eyes again, green eyes. She's very healthy. Look at that. She has normal eyesight. She has cracker jaw, normal body. She's got green eyes, healthy immunity. She has a fluffy tail. And she's got normal blood clotting, and she's displaying red horn color. It's been a little while since we've had any new red horns, or any horns at all, I should say. Just a couple of them compared to all of the antlers. So wonderful. See, Lara, thank you. Welcome to the family, little one. And she is Nanunu's child, and Rossi. So what about Rossisi? Rossisi. We'll name her Rossisi, just to kind of carry on some of her parents' traits. All right, so let's see if we can get a niece. Oh my gosh, she's gonna die. She's gonna die before giving birth. Darn. So the only child we have of hers is little Ducro here. Oh, that's so sad. So he can stick around, I guess. Oh dear, I really need to get more berry paw. Did we manage to get? No, we didn't manage to get any berry paw involved, even though I had it in as a possible mutation. So we might have to have some more babies just in rapid succession, just to even try, just to even attempt to survive at this rate. Goodness gracious. All right, I'll just dig up some more roots, dig up some roots and clear away the grass, clear away the grass, dig up the roots. That's just kind of what they're stuck at right now. Gather up the berries so slowly. Yeah, we need to get more nimble fingers. I keep calling it berry paw. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just so used to it being berry paw. All right, and we'll do some digging and some clearing. So we've turned into a porcupine mole family, despite my attempts to become sleek, elegant, aquatic creatures. Oh, well, let's see how long we can make sure that everybody survives, at least. All right, so Luta and B and A immunity. Is there anybody that would be a good match for you? Mimiko would actually be... no, you both have B. Never mind. And then B, and then let's see. A. And then unfortunately Anis is about to pass away. Darn. So Lutha, we may send him. He's our best berry paw. He may just stick around the berries for a little while because he's the best we've got at it right now. And then Kona does have that fishing ability. So I think as soon as Kona becomes big enough, we will send Kona down here where we have actually seen some fish next to these rocks. And we'll see if we can finally do some fishing. But for now, the family is really clinging on to the edge of survival in so many ways. Rossi can gather up these berries at least. Oh, Rossi's a really good berry collector. Rossi. Okay, I think we should go ahead and just continue to breed Rossi, you guys. She is our best bet at making it so that this family can hopefully survive. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and make another move. We're gonna see, please have your baby. Oh, that's so sad. She didn't have her baby in time. And we just have little Ducro, her son. Oh, he's got such strength though, and good fishing actually. So let's start getting little Ducro down to the beach. So his mother has passed away. She showed up out of the blue, fell in love with Ruta of all creatures over here. Ruta is actually growing quite old, so we might go ahead and have him clear away some of the grasses just to kind of indicate his contribution to the family. And Ori has come down. How much food can she get from this seashell? Let's go ahead and crack it open with level 3 cracking. We get 2 food from it, so the seashells provide 2 food. And I think we have her at a level where she's safe to be able to dig around in the water for those seashells without drowning. All right, as we learned from Eve, it is possible to drown, so we want to be careful. All right, and we'll go ahead and send Kona, who is a digger as well. She can dig along the beach, so she can search along the beach for roots, but she also is a fisher. So we'll see what Kona and Ducro can do as fishers together at the beach. Oh my goodness, and otherwise... Mimiko has grown up and she has H and B immunity. So is there anybody? B and G, A and F, A and F. Okay, so we're going to send Mimiko over, and she also is going to fall for Ruta because we're starting to run a little bit uncomfortably low on the number of creatures we have, in at least useful creatures. So we're gonna try to keep our numbers up a little bit. Come on, everybody, keep gathering berries and digging, for crying out loud. And we'll have Rasisi go ahead and step over. Can she do anything? She's actually a decent berry collector, so we're gonna have the baby move up here and she can become a decent berry collector. It's kind of a sad day when 2 on berry collecting is one of your best berry collectors, but we'll see what we can pull off. And then over here, Nunu is our best bet, I think, to breed with Rossi. So we'll go ahead and have them have another baby, and then we'll have her stay in the nest. Okay, and I can't gather up any berries with this guy, but he can dig up a root and clear away more grass at least. So thank you to Didi. He can at least do that much for us. All right. Our family seems to be getting smaller, you guys. I have to admit, as our line of sight is decreasing, I'm getting very nervous. I feel like our line of sight should be much broader than this. We should really be able to see more of the island by now. We should really be able to fill up our food much higher by now. So we'll try to make some corrections to the family tree. All right, let's go ahead and see what Rossi and Nunu's next child looks like. Have they also already had a child together? Yeah, Rossi and Nunu have had Ori, and she's very healthy as far as a lot of our creatures are concerned. So I'm pretty glad to have little Ori around. She's going to go and be our berry collector. Let's go ahead and make another move. Predators in the bushes somewhere. I don't see him just yet, but he's nearby. So it's a good thing to have some strong attacks from little Ducro, who's our strongest creature right now. And then we have another generalist kind of across the board, little Cuckoo. So this is Cuckoo. And he's got A and G immunity, swimmer's tail. He's got healthy blood clotting at least, normal eyesight, normal body, nimble fingers. So he does have nimble fingers. He's a decent enough generalist, and he's okay at swimming. Oh, he has swimming tail too. What? Do I still have that in there? I don't have swimming tail in. He does. Oh, no, that's right. Swimming tail. I was thinking of fisher tail. I'm sorry, guys. All right. So we have little Cuckoo. And considering his dad is Nunu, that's probably a good name for him. So we'll just go ahead and leave him right there in the nest for now. He's kind of, like I said, he's kind of a generalist, so he won't really help us out with anything too specific. And Mamiri is trying to do what she can, even though she's short-sighted, up here to keep an eye on everything. We'll have her dig up some roots. And then we'll have little Rasisi, who is an infant almost, and our best berry collector. That's when you know you're in a little bit of trouble. We'll have her stay there. Luta I have up here, A and B immunity. I was going to have him breed with somebody. Was it Kona? Maybe. But I want to send Kona down so that she can go ahead and try to see. We'll have her dig for some more roots if she's a good fisher, and we're going to send Dukro out with her, and we're going to see what these two are like if they're fishers, but we'll also have them gather up some roots along the way so we have enough food. All right, and Ori has fully grown up, so she has A and G immunity, so I'm not sure who her potential mate should become, but I may have her kind of wander around along the beach for a moment, digging for roots. And then Ruta is actually going to have Mimiko as Koi, as his mate. So I'm glad Ruta has lived that long. Oh, fudge! Really? Look at that pregnant belly stretch. Okay, I just learned two things. The oh fudge was because I just learned that if you have your creature mate with a spiked creature, then they take damage. So Ruta now has much less time to live than he did before. It was a love that was not meant to be, and now her belly is all stretched weird with her dots, and I don't think that's supposed to happen either. Mimikoi, I'm a little worried about your child. I really hope it's going to be like a safe child to have. So we'll move her up into the nest that happens to be full of bones. I just feel like the poor Laleep tribe. They've got it rough, you guys. They've got it really, really rough. And I'm just gonna have to see if we can even keep them alive. And speaking of which, there's the rustling of another predator coming to poke along the edges. So too bad we can't trip him in all of these holes we're digging. All right, we'll figure this out. We've got this. We've got this. Okay, so Rasi, she's going to go ahead. Oh, there's a little creature right over there. Rasi has excellent movement, actually. 4 speed, 3 collecting. She's one of our most talented creatures. I'm actually going to have her step over here and become pregnant with another child from Nunu. He's actually very helpful that way, and he just caught a bunny. Wonderful. And he brought down a bunny for them to eat. Let's see. And everybody has gathered up what food they can. We're actually building a pretty good stock of food right now. Unfortunately, we do have to fight off this predator, and we do need to go ahead and start testing the fishing. So this has turned into quite the headache. Let's see if we can get Mimikoi into the nest at the very least. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, Ruta. I'm going to miss you. Oh, fudge. And why is Dukro sick? He's got good genetics. All right, we'll have to see what we can do there. All right, and it looks like we're still clawing our way over. We didn't have enough of a site for our tribe territory to be able to send Mimikoi all the way into the nest. Deep breath, Seri, don't panic. Oh my gosh, so much going on all of a sudden. So who are our best attackers? Well, Nunu does decent attack at attack level 2. Luta is getting a little bit older. Mamiri does attack level 2. What I think we may do... Oh, that's a bunny! Is the predator not nearby then? That's another bunny! What do you think you're doing, little one? Now we're surrounded by bunny meat. Okay, that's not what I expected. So we heard a predator, you guys, but apparently that is not where the predator was. So that's actually much better than I thought would turn out. So wonderful. We ended up with some bunny meat instead. So that's a big relief, actually. All right, and Didi can go ahead and dig over here for a moment, and we can send Kona down, and she's actually searching along here for fish. So we're going to send Kona and Ducro down here, and we're going to focus on them a little bit because these are our two fishing tail creatures. And we're going to see what kind of interesting fish they can bring up from the water, if any. So we'll go fishing for the very first time, which will be very, very fun. And then we will also put Rossi on the nest so that she will be ready to have another child. Cuckoo here, I guess he can come over here. We don't really have anybody taking care of this berry bush, so we should have some people on the berry, or some of the creatures on the berry bushes. Luta, I'll go ahead and move him a little bit so we have, so we have more of a view of our territory before something happens about that. And yeah, something just happened. So there's that predator we heard, you guys. Too bad we can't just dig a hole next to him and have him fall into it. So we'll have to figure out what to do with this predator. We'll have to see what baby Mimikoi ends up having. The last child that Luta was able to pass on, or Ruta, excuse me, was able to pass on to the family before he passed on. And we will put Rossi nervously in the nest, staring down the predator as she is getting ready to give birth. So even though Rossi does have the very, very interesting cracker jaw trait, which does make her look different, I'm still getting used to the different. But even though she looks like that, she actually is proving to be a very strong member of the tribe. She has had some healthy, wonderful children. She is proven that she can take care of some of the berry bushes nearby because she is one of our best berry pickers. And she's got these really beautiful red antlers, and I just can't help but feel that somehow there's sort of a sign of authority in this tribe, possibly because of her personality and the way that her green eyes match the green gems on her chest. It just really seems to tie together pretty well. So I think she's probably one of the new focuses of what is attractive in this tribe. And so if we consider it attractive, the next question is, though, is it efficient enough to keep us alive? So, all right, you guys, next time we'll continue trying to limp along with all of the grab bag genetics we have mixed together. We will see if we can start pulling out something a little bit more solid and a little bit more useful when it comes to some of the aquatic genes or some of the digging porcupine genes. We now know that it is actually a very painful thing to fall in love with a porcupine, and that will cause damage, that will possibly cause your premature death, and that it is actually trickier than I thought to poke around down here and search for those mysterious clam shells. It's a little, what's this? The mysterious clam shells? And what is this seaweed all about? All right, we're going to search the waters and we're going to see where the Leap tribe goes next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.